Continue our coverage on the shopping cart killer. Fairfax County Police now digging through large plastic bags filled with paper receipts and lodging records from the Moon Inn Hotel in Alexandria to help discover more clues. That's where you find Fox 5 Sierra Fox with more on that search tonight. Sierra?
Good evening, Marina. Well, Fairfax County Police want to figure out how many times the shopping cart killer stayed here at the Moon Inn Hotel to better figure out a timeline of when these unfortunate events unfolded and to see if there are any more potential victims out there. You may remember that detectives say he would meet his victims on dating apps, then locations like this, before doing unspeakable things to them. Today, I was able to speak with the daughter of one of the victims who says she's still processing all of this.
Yeah, the shopping cart killer, right? I mean, all you guys have heard about the shopping cart killer, right? Right? You didn't watch Joy Reid? You haven't been watching Rachel Maddow and Don Lemon and Yink, whatever his name is. You haven't been watching those people talk about this serial killer that was rampaging throughout the nation's capital and surrounding areas? Oh, there was very little coverage of this. Okay, so you guys haven't heard of this. Oh, wow. Well, full disclosure, I didn't report on it either. It was on my desk, but I had so much stuff on my desk at the time. And, you know, I got so many things going on. I'm starting the Patreon. Make sure you check out the Patreon link. Be doing some good things over at Patreon, so sign up for the Patreon. But, yeah. I mean, this is like the biggest story in the country that you didn't hear a peep about. The shopping cart killer.
How in the world did that happen? Like, you see it on TV, and I mean, it really is like exactly what goes on in the shows right now. Like, everything that's happening, and it's kind of weird.
Her mother is 54-year-old Beth Redmond. Her remains were found in a vacant lot in Harrisonburg along with 39-year-old Tanita Larice. Right now, Anthony Robinson is behind bars and charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and disposing the bodies of those 2 women. In December, human remains were found in a plastic container near a shopping cart in an isolated wooded area along Richmond Highway in Alexandria, Virginia. Fairfax County Police are now waiting for the DNA confirmation of those 2 deaths. I checked in with the medical examiner's office today, and they say both cases are still pending. However, detectives believe one victim is 29-year-old Cheyenne Brown of Southeast D.C. after her family recognized the tattoo of her name. The 4th victim could be a woman from California, Stephanie Harrison. There are missing person signs surrounding the Moon Inn Hotel, where her sister tells Fox 5 she was staying last August. On Monday, Fairfax County Police say they had a virtual meeting with 36 local, state, and federal police departments to see if they have any cases that align with the shopping cart killer's motives.
And not a peep from the mainstream news media. 36 different agencies and departments are working on this case. And not one interview of one person from any one of those on CNN or MSNBC. And we know why. It's inconvenient, man. This is an inconvenient story, man. Had this guy been a glider, this would be all over the news.
On Monday, Fairfax County Police say they had a virtual meeting with 36 local, state, and federal police departments to see if they have any cases that align with the shopping cart killer's motives. The families involved are heartbroken that there could be more victims out there.
All of a sudden, there's 4 people, just all of a sudden. And then how many more are there going to be? I mean, in a way, I kind of feel like there has to be more, too, because you don't just wake up one day and start doing that.
I did speak with the alleged serial killer Anthony Robinson's attorney. He wouldn't comment on the case, but says his client will be in court in Harrisonburg in May. Back to you.
First tonight, 2 victims of the shopping cart killer have been identified, and police say the suspect may be linked to a 5th murder. Fairfax County Police believe Anthony Robinson is responsible for the deaths of Cheyenne Brown and Stephanie Harrison.
Both were found in a container near the Moon Inn Motel in Alexandria last month. Fox 5's Paris Jones is live in Fairfax tonight. He has the details. Paris.
Right, Jim. So police were able to confirm their identities using DNA evidence. Now, I spoke to the mother of Cheyenne Brown about an hour ago. Of course, she says the entire family is just devastated about this, and she's still trying to wrap her mind around what happened.
It's bad enough you started with one, but to continue to do this, like, you're a freaking monster. You can't have any remorse in your body for the stuff that you're doing. For you to continue to do it over and over, now possibly a 5th time.
And police say detectives found the bodies of Cheyenne Brown and Stephanie Harrison after the Moon Inn Hotel produced a receipt showing Robinson stayed at the motel the same day Cheyenne went missing. They also say Robinson was the last person to see her alive. And like some of his other alleged victims, police say Robinson interacted with her using a dating app. Now, police also said today they received a tip this week. Robinson could be linked to a potential 5th victim, a woman who was found dead in a shopping cart in Washington, D.C.
This is based on digital evidence that puts him in the same vicinity around the time of the victim's disappearance.
Now, police say they are still looking for some more information on Robinson tonight. They're looking for anyone who may have interacted with him on some of these dating apps. Again, they say this was usually the method that he used to lure in his victims. So they hope someone who might have contacted him or someone he interacted with will reach out to them with more information on him. Right now, he's in jail awaiting trial for the 2 other murders he's charged with.
So, up to 5 now. And I'm sure there's a 6th and a 7th and the 8th and the 9th and the 10th out there. How many do you think we would have to get to for the mainstream media to cover this? Now, I know we've already caught the guy, so it's but still, like, if it gets to 12, did the mainstream media say, hey, it was a serial killer, using dating apps to, lure women from the Washington, D.C. nation's capital metropolitan area. He was killing them, putting them in shopping carts. So, yeah, in other news, January 6th, the insurrection. It's the 1 year and 6 day anniversary of the insurrection. But yeah, inconvenient, man. This is inconvenient. Inconvenient story for the liberal media, man. Especially coming on the heels of our brother down here in Miami, the real estate agent who was whacking homeless people. These are inconvenient stories. They need a glider serial killer bad, so they can blast that all over the mainstream media and be like, see, I told you that beat the white